Hey guys, Michael here from youtube.com/therevived1. Today is June 20th, the day after the iPhone 3GS launched. I had 4 videos up on YouTube at youtube.com/therevived1 for you on launch day. All of them were very good in my opinion, and they all deserve your viewing, so around this video there'll be annotations to click on. Check those out. But in this video, as you can see by the title, I'm giving you my 2 cents on protection for the iPhone 3GS. That's a big thing because besides the fact that the chrome is very easily scratchable, the back is also very easily scratchable because this is a glossy back. The finish is very nice, but it is very easy to scratch and damage. And if you're worried about resale value, or if you're like me and you just want to have a nice looking device, you don't want to have any damage on your new product, you might want to follow some of these tips that I'm going to give you. Now, you can see these bubbles on here. That's because I installed an invisible shield. Now, what the invisible shield is essentially, it's a piece of thick plastic, and it was originally developed to go on helicopter blades. So when they're in the Middle East and rocks get shot up at the blades don't get disintegrated. So that's strong technology, and I've demoed the invisible shield before, and you can take like a scissor or whatever and scratch on the screen and on the back, and you never get any damage. But it takes a few days for it. First of all, the process is much easier. If you saw my invisible shield review from a while back on the original 3G, it was terrible. I really could not use it simply because it didn't fit correctly. They've improved the design, and this is one of the best things that comes from the 3G and the 3GS having exactly the same physical specifications. All the products that you had for the 3G, cases, covers, all that, will work perfectly fine with the 3GS because they're the same specifications. So if you had old cases for your 3G and you've upgraded now, you don't need to run out and spend more money. You can use what you currently have. But the reason why I chose the invisible shield, and there's other options as well. PDO makes one, Clear Coat makes a good product as well. I've reviewed the Clear Coat actually for an iPod, although they do have iPhone 3G, 3GS original shields. I feel that the invisible shield, and this, I just happen to have an invisible shield. It's not like I chose the invisible shield, over the Clear Coat or whatever. But the invisible shield, that type of technology is really good because although it takes it's kind of hard to install and it takes a few days for these bubbles to go away, but they will go away. You basically have a naked iPhone that you're comfortable with. What's cool is with the invisible shield, they actually gave you chrome protectors for the top and bottom, so almost everything is covered on this device. So when everything adheres, it'll look like you have a naked iPhone from a distance. And that's really what I like. I like that minimalistic look because from time and time again, I'll want to take my phone out of a case and use it without any protection just because I don't want the bulky cases and I want the nicer look that Apple intended. I'm not going to risk destroying my device in terms of getting scratches all over it. So the invisible shield and product like that, allows you full protection with, it adds maybe a millimeter onto the device, so you're not increasing thickness or anything of that nature, and you just get great protection that won't get scratches from your pocket. Even if you drop it from a small distance, it'll probably be protected. So I recommend getting an invisible shield, a Clear Coat, and installing that just so day one you lock in the freshness. That's exactly what I did. I recorded a few videos about this device, and then I installed the invisible shield to lock in the freshness. So 1 year from now, if I decide to sell it, like I did with my 3G to upgrade to the next one, it's fresh and it's 100% brand new because there's no damage at all, not even minor scratching on the back, because from day one when I knew there was nothing on it, I locked in the freshness and I locked in the cleanliness and the assembly line look. Now, if you're somebody who drops their device a lot, I recommend getting a case. Now, what you want to look for in a case is something like this. So if you look at it like that, I'll put it on for you, just so I can explain what I'm talking about here. You want to look for a case that doesn't add that much bulk. You just want something that'll protect it from drops, so it'll absorb the damage in essence. So something like this. Let's just get everything on. So with this case on, this is the iSkin Solo. You can see here that it has a little bit of a lip around it. That's what we like to call a lay on the table design. So when you put it on the table, the screen is actually not touching it. So if it were to drop face down, a lot of the force of the drop would be absorbed by the case and not absorbed by the screen of your device. So you're protected from scratches and rocks from the invisible shield, but most of the damage is actually absorbed, and the brunt of the drop is absorbed by the case. So you want to look for a case that doesn't add a lot of bulk. I like something that has a kind of a cool design, so this iSkin Solo has a pretty cool design. You can still see the back. And you want something that, again, doesn't add a lot of bulk, lay on the table design, just so everything's protected. And in this case, if you wanted to take a little bit of a risk, it's no problem at all just to take the case out, because you know it's protected with that invisible shield. Take the case out, and you're still good to go. You won't get as much drop damage protection, but you won't get any scratches. So there's my recommendation for protecting your iPhone 3GS, and any device for that matter. Go with an invisible shield so you can use it without any cases on it, and you're not going to have to worry about scratching. And then maybe get a case that has a lay on the table design, so when you put it face down, the screen is not touching the ground. Even though, again, you're protected here, just a little bit of double protection in case you drop it. The case will come down like this, protect your phone from actually crashing into the ground directly. So again, I'm Michael Sherlock from youtube.com/TheRevivedOne. I hope my opinions on how to protect your new iPhone 3GS helped you. Have a nice day.